my name is Anthony Sexer. This is Sexy Studios. That's why it's called that. So, before we begin, I just want to clarify something. I'm not the biggest fan of anime, okay? As a whole, there's a lot of it I don't really like. But when I do like something in it, I really like it, okay? So my first video was about Chainsaw Man, and now we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. I just want to set the record straight. That's not all I'm going to talk about here. I have a lot of things I enjoy that I want to make different essays on. So if you want to subscribe and like, all that jazz, whatever the kids say, thank you. Jujutsu Kaisen is incredibly popular, and it's very easy to see why. The writing is fantastic. The visuals by Mappa Studio, which is a whole nother can of worms that I'm not about to talk about today, is beautiful. It's incredible. It's one of the best things I've ever seen visually. But most importantly, the characters are just so good. They're so likable. There's a favorite character for everybody. There's a character for everyone to enjoy, and it's no wonder this show has become so popular. This is why people are upset, though, and where this complaint comes from. People are very upset with Gege for killing off characters. The most common complaint I see regarding this is that Gege is killing off characters when the character has had no time to develop, they've had no real character arc, and the death feels kind of meaningless. This is where my issue starts, because I don't get it. I like the fact that no character is safe, that there's this feeling of unease every time somebody fights somebody because you don't know if it's the last time we're going to see a character. It adds a different level of tension to this show that you don't see in a lot of different animes because of plot armor. And the thing with it is, Gege has been telling us the entire time that this is a possibility. This is a possibility that comes from being a Jujutsu sorcerer. It's the world they live in. This is how things are. That's just how it is. Like, even check out this clip from Principal Yaga in the second episode of the show, Chapter 3 of the manga.
People you'll never know die every day due to crime, accidents, and diseases. It's just the natural course of life. A Jujutsu sorcerer constantly faces death, and not just their own death. Sometimes you must ignore the victims and rend the flesh from those who the curse has murdered. It's an unpleasant job. You have to be highly motivated and perhaps a little crazy to handle it. Jujutsu sorcerers never die without regret.
There are conversations just like this throughout the entire series. And it makes me think, why don't people take this seriously? I think it's because it's the people who are really into anime and manga as a whole that don't really take these talks seriously. They're so used to their characters being safe and secure, and oh, the hero always comes through, the good guy wins, yada yada yada. Anime is their comfort media, so they like when things play out normally, how a show should feel. They like the tropes, the cliches, the fan service. They obsess over characters, and it's completely understandable why someone would obsess over these characters. They're wonderful characters. But this is exactly what separates Jujutsu Kaisen from other animes and mangas. It's different. It's built different.
People complain about shit these days, but I'm built different. Okay.
So yeah, I totally get why you might be upset by this, but baby, this show just isn't for you then. Like, it's just not for you. That's plain and simple. That's really all I have to say at the end of the day. It just ain't for you. It's for me. It's for people who enjoy the high stakes, high reward kind of thing. It's so much more satisfying seeing someone overcome something when you know they could lose their life at any moment. It's just powerful like that, baby. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I really have to say on this topic. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, like and subscribe. I got more content coming in the future. And thanks again if you made it this far. And leave a comment with your thoughts on this whole thing. Because I think it's a bit silly, but it's talked about enough online where I felt like I had to make a video about it. I made a video on TikTok about it. And yeah, it's just silly. It's just not for you, baby. That's all I got to say. So yeah, thank you again for watching. This is my little video essay.